name's Alison and I'm the Frugal Knitter, and today I'm coming to you from Dunbar in West Lothian in southern Scotland, right on the east coast. Usually I am in Kelso in the Scottish borders. It's just 45 minutes drive away. I've come here for a pet sit. But as you can hear, that's Maisie. She's a miniature Labradoodle. So first of all, a bit of housekeeping. You can find me on Instagram as the Frugal Knitter. I'm also on Ravelry as the Frugal Knitter too. And yeah, please do like and subscribe if you do like this content. I'm up to about 881 subscribers. That's absolutely fantastic. Really pleased about that. Obviously I'd like to get to 2,000 eventually. So if you do want to see more, please subscribe. I'd be really happy if you did. And please comment as well down below, because I always answer. I love reading your comments. I always answer, and it would really help me grow my channel. I really enjoy doing this. I've just come back after a break, but I would like to build it up and make it grow. And you know, if you get encouragement from people watching, liking, subscribing, it really spurs you on, and yeah, it really fills me with joy, and I just love reading your comments. So I know when I'm watching you know, podcasts, I always think, oh yeah, these are really great, and then I'll go and forget to subscribe. So do it now if you want to, and before you forget, because that's what I always do. I always forget, and then I have trouble finding them again. But no, so I'm here, as I said, on a house sit in Dunbar. It's a new build house. I'm not usually keen on new builds, to be honest, but this one I really like. It's lovely. It's just on the edge of Dunbar, so it's a short walk into town. But that's okay, because you can walk along the coastline. It's absolutely brilliant. Now, this morning I walked from here to Belhaven, and I managed to get a coffee and was it a panini when I got there, just from a van that was in the car park. It got chairs and tables outside, and that was great. I wasn't really expecting to go far. Maisie! Sorry about this. Maisie! Come here! Maisie! She's barking. Never mind. Right, I've given her one of her dentist sticks, so hopefully they're not very hard though, are they? She might chew through it quite quickly. I'm not used to, because my own dog's at home, they don't tend to bark much, so yeah. But anyway, I'll see how we get on. If not, I might have to finish this video at home. I forgot what I was talking about now. Yeah, anyway, so I decided that I was going to walk along the coastline to Belhaven. So I put some footage in. Unfortunately, the tide was out, so it's not that great, but there's pictures in there of the coastline between Dunbar, well, between here, just outside of Dunbar, along the coastline to Dunbar, around the harbour area, looking at the battery, which is what's all to do with the war and everything. What I'll try and do is, I'm not very technically minded with videos and that. If I can do a voiceover to explain a bit about it at the end, I will. But if not, I'll just put some music in and you can see the footage from my walk. And yeah, so I had to cross or go round the outside of two golf courses. So that was a bit hair raising, because there was all the golfers out this morning. But when I arrived yesterday, it was so windy. And I thought, I know this is going to be, you know, this is going to be great. I thought it was going to start raining, but it didn't. And this morning, there wasn't a puff of wind. It was the sea was just flat. There was no waves or anything. But the tide was out. And then when I walked back, the tide was in. But by then I was getting tired. I just wanted to get back, so I didn't take any more videos or photographs. But I've took some pictures of Dunbar Castle and the bridge that goes to nowhere as well. And yeah, you'll see all that anywhere. So I mean, I live just up the road, and in fact we used to live much closer to Dunbar than what we do now, probably only about 20 minutes away, and we only ever came once to use the swimming pool. So I've never really sort of like walked around Dunbar or anything. The town's really small, it's just really the high street. There's not that much there. There's one really nice craft shop. There's a nice organic type food shop as well, which I got this, if you can see it, it's pumpkin chai tea. I love these yogi teas, but I really like the box. They've got really great they have lovely boxes for their tea. And this is pumpkin chai, and I've got it here in my mug. As you can see, it's very orange. I can't show you. And that's the first sip of it because it's too hot earlier, and it tastes like pumpkins. Sorry. I think it's got ginger in it as well. I don't know if it does taste like pumpkins. Yeah, I think it does. It's nice. It's nice. Yeah, I like that. But I do like the yogi tea because the illustrations on their boxes are just lovely. So yeah, so that's what I bought. So yeah, so last night, don't start again. So last night I walked down into Dunbar because I needed some milk, and it was really windy. And I took the dog with me as well, so I couldn't go into the shop. So it was a local co-op, so I waved at the man on the till and I said, look, can I have some milk, and can you go get it for me? And he took my money and gave me my milk. I walked all the way back, so I didn't get much done last night. I did a bit of knitting, and so yeah, so it was just going to be my own little knitting retreat weekend where I was going to sit and knit all day. But then I got carried away this morning, went for this great big long walk, came back absolutely knackered. But I thought, no, I must get this podcast done. Now, since I saw you last, because last time I spoke to you, I was staying in Lincoln on another house sit. I really enjoyed that. Right, try again. Poor Maisie. And this morning I let the cat out and went and caught an elephant shrew. It's not so bad when they catch mice, but I don't like it when they catch little shrews. They don't do anybody any harm, and you know, they're good for the garden and everything, and well, I think they are, aren't they? But it's a poor little elephant shrew, dead. Yeah, so I messaged you and I said, you know, the cat's enjoying itself, caught a shrew, because she didn't normally do any hunting. I thought, oh, well, that's typical, just because I'm looking after it. What was I talking about? Oh gosh, I've forgotten. That was it. So yeah, so since last time I spoke, I did another sit for a week. Myself and Diana, one of my daughters, we went down to Buckinghamshire on a sit in a tiny village just outside of Leighton Buzzard. That was really nice. It was for 2 dogs. And I was going to send you some, I was going to do some footage from there. We went to a couple of National Trust properties, and it was great because my great-great-granny was from a small town called Winslow. Some of you may know it. And I decided we would go to Winslow because I wanted to show Iona where her great-great-granny lived. And I had a photograph years ago of me standing in the doorway of where she lived, and this with my little Jack Russell dog that I had, and my great granny. We used to call her the Gorcott Granny because she was originally from Gorcott, and exactly the same, in the same position with her standing with her little Jack Russell dog. And I thought it'd be really nice. That was when I was about 25 something, so I thought it'd be really nice to get another picture. I haven't got the dog with me, of course, standing outside the cottage again, but of course I'd be a lot older, and to get a picture of her outside the cottage. If I remember, I'll stick it up here. But of course we was taking photographs of the cottage, and then of course the owners came out, and which I wasn't bothered about. because I thought, well, you know, I can say that, you know, my great granny lived here and everything. I'm sure they'd understand. Anyway, the owner came out and we got chatting, and it turned out that his wife was a distant relative of ours. Yeah, and they'd actually bought the house, and knowing that that their ancestor, well, I don't know if it was a great granny, same as me, or what, but yeah, it was some relation, but she was out, so that was a real shame. So I never got to meet her. It was only, yeah, a distant relative, but a relative nonetheless, living in that house, which I thought was fantastic, because I'd often thought to myself, I would love to live there, to live in a house that your great granny lived in, and my great granddad, of course, as well. But I just thought it would be fascinating. It's a lovely little tiny cottage in the middle of Winslow. So that was that. It also gave us a chance to check on family graves that are in the area, for my granny's grave and my great granny's grave, because I've got nobody really. I've got my eldest daughter, she lives not too far away in Biggleswade, but she doesn't really have time to do it. And yeah, so my mum always used to keep the graves nice, and I just wanted to keep that up. When we got there, they was in terrible condition, so we scrubbed them up the best we could. We put some silk flowers on, and hopefully if we get down there again, we'll be able to do a bit more to them. So that was that. Iona managed to, well, we both did. We went to visit Iona's granny, my husband's mum. We went to visit her for a few hours. That was something else that we did that was great. And yeah, we just generally had a nice time and then came back. The only thing that we didn't like about it was the spiders. Now everybody knows that September's spider season, but oh my gosh, the house was full of them. These great big spiders, I'm not kidding. Now this is no exaggeration, right? They was like that. And there was one in each room. Oh, it was horrible. But anyway, on with the knitting, what I'm doing. But I mean, they were just coming in. I don't know where they were coming in, but the owners, before they'd left a window open up on the landing. I think they'd been coming in through there. So, but anyway. And then we was in bed one night, and then one came crawling out. Oh God, it wasn't very nice. The house was beautiful, but the wildlife was a bit to be desired. Right, so anyway, what am I wearing? So this is, I've written notes down this time. So this is the Splatter-paint-pullover by Shaina, Bilow. Now this is a test knit, and I had 3 weeks to get it done. I was late joining the party, and yeah, I managed to get it done in under the 3 weeks, which really pleased me. I absolutely love it, and it was just so easy to make. It really was. It's in DK weight yarn. I'll put my glasses on here so I can read off my notes. So this is a size 4, and now I've got 100cm chest. It gave me too much positive ease, but I wanted it to be baggy. But the only thing is, because I did the larger size, wanting it baggy, it's actually, I think it could have done with being a bit longer if it was going to be baggy. I don't know, I really like it. I don't know if I'd do a 3 or size 4 again, but I definitely want to do another one at some point. Now, the yarn that I used, I just used acrylic yarn because I wanted to wear it. Now, if I'd have done it in wool, it would have been too hot for me to have worn, I think. And I don't get on well with wool. I just get so hot. I can wear it when it's really cold, but I just overheat. And I wanted a jumper that I could wear now in the autumn. So I thought, well, you know what, I've got acrylic, so I thought I'm just going to use acrylic. And I wasn't 100% sure if I was going to do it okay, but I'm really pleased with it. And this is what I used. It's just Starcraft Special DK, and all I used 100 grams balls, and I just used 3.5 balls. So it's really cheap to make. Yeah, and this is in the colourway Storm Blue, and I love this colour, and I think it suits me. So yeah, I'm really pleased. Now this pattern comes out on the 3rd of October. She said that I could talk about it to you. Comes out on the 3rd of October, which is Tuesday. She's hoping to get it out for them. But if you sign up to her website, you can get a discount off the pattern. So, and I would thoroughly recommend it. It is so easy to knit. Now, I was going to tell you, you may know what all these different stitches are. I can't remember. And I had my pattern on my phone, and I've gone and deleted it because, mind you, I suppose it would be, oh, I can't show you because so my phone's there. Gosh, I'm not technical at all. Right, okay, so it's a tubular, it's knitted from the top down. It's a tubular cast off, but I didn't do the tubular cast off because I was in a hurry. I was working at the same time as I was knitting it, and I forgot to do a tubular cast off. So I just did a cast off in 1x1 rib for the cuffs and for the bottom. You knit it from the top down, but you pick up the stitches later to do the neck. So, and then I did remember to do that as a tubular cast off. And this is like a star stitch. That was really easy. And then let me see if I can get closer so that if you can see that. But all these are really easy, and this was just knitted this bit here, all in that yarn, the contrasting yarn, and then it's a drop stitch in between, which gives it that bubbly effect. I don't know what they're called, but it's just so easy. So I mean, what you could do is you could do different colours for these different types of stitches. I just had, it was just an acrylic, half a ball of acrylic yarn, which was slightly variegated, and I just used that. You can slightly see the variegation in there. But yeah, so I mean, this isn't the very cheapest acrylic that you can get. It's quite a good acrylic, but it's just the right thickness for me and warmth at the moment. Now yesterday I came here without a coat like an idiot, and when I went out last night it was really windy and quite cold, and I thought, oh god, I haven't even got a coat. But I've had my black cardigan, the what's it called, I showed you it last time, that on, and had, because this is quite baggy, I had this over the top, and it kept me really toasty warm, so I wasn't cold at all. In fact, coming back I was a bit too hot. Yeah, so anyway, so it's just decreasing. You do decrease, I think it's every 8 rows for the arm. Now, because I did the larger size, I just had to be careful with the sleeves. So as soon as I'd finished decreasing, I started on the ribbing for the sleeves, because I think it did tell you to carry on a bit longer, but I tried it on and I thought, no, that's fine. And once I'd done the ribbon, it just came out just the right length. What else can I tell you about it? Yeah, it's knit on 4mm needles. I didn't bother doing a swatch or tension square because I've used this yarn before and it always comes up really spot on for what I want, and I wasn't that bothered if it was going to be a little bit big, or because I was doing it extra large, it didn't really matter if it came out a bit small, if you see what I mean. So but what I usually do, if I don't do a tension swatch, when I'm halfway down, I'll perhaps just double check, but of course I'd already done all this, but but I did do it, and I measured it, and it was virtually to what was asked, so that was good. Now, you're probably looking at it and you say, I can see a mistake there. And yes, you'd be quite right. Well, it wasn't so much of a mistake, is I dropped a stitch. And I dropped it, I can see it myself now. And it's quite noticeable. Oh, there it is there. If you can see. So I dropped a stitch, and I was at knitting group, and somebody said to me, oh, I'll show them, they wanted to have a look, and I'll show them, and they said, oh look, there's a drop stitch there. I thought, oh no. So I stuck a keeper through it, and I thought, oh, I'll sew it in, but I've made a real hash of it, and it looks a real mess. I did it through the back, so I caught the slip stitch and I put it through to the back, and then tried to sew it in, but I made a mess. But I thought, never mind. I thought, I'm not really going to be wearing it out much. It's, you know, nobody's, you know, what is it they say? Somebody on a galloping horse would be... a knitter, is it a knitter on a galloping horse won't see it or something? I don't know. I'm not sure about this, but... But anyway, so that was that. And so the very next day, so I blocked it, and I sent pictures in to the designer, and put it on the group and everything. And I had nobody to take a picture, so I had to stand it and then put it on the timer and then run and try and take a picture. So I did all that. Blocked it out and everything, and it blocked out to exact size. And then I was going over to my daughter's, and I thought, oh, I'll wear my new jumper, and bad mistake. I should never have worn it. Excuse me. I turned up, and the first thing that happened was, I mean, literally, this is the first time that I'd worn it. The dog come running up to me, jumped straight up, got its nail caught in a stitch in my jump tag, pulled it down, took the stitch with it, and pulled a great big hole in it. Oh my gosh. I was devastated. I mean, I didn't say anything to my daughter, but she could tell I wasn't happy. Oh, I was so upset. Right, so anyway, I think I've done quite a good thing of patching it up. I hope you will see it a bit, but it was just there. And I had this great big loop of wool hanging right down here and a hole here. Oh gosh. So anyway, I was so upset. So I poked it through to the other side, and then pulled it up, but of course, and then that sort of like puckered up the stitches either side along the row. So, oh, what's in my jumper? So anyway, so just try to show you where I've, so that's where it's mended on the other side. So if you can see that, I just tucked the stitches in, tied them off. So I think I did quite a good patching that up, but I didn't do a very good thing of patching that up. So I think I deserve to knit myself another one, and I might do it in a better quality yarn, perhaps do it in drops or something, and do it in wool, and then that will do me for when it's really, really cold, because it's such a lovely pattern. It's so easy to knit. You could knit it if you was a beginner, definitely. Yeah, and it's a really good way to get started in colour work. So that's that. So enough about that. I don't know how long I've been talking. Seem to be going on forever. So yeah, so do check out Shaina Bilow's designs. I'll put the details down below of how you can get onto her website to join, and then you can get a discount off the pattern. And she's said to me that she wouldn't mind if I interviewed her, which would be absolutely fantastic for the podcast. So what I said to her, as I'm not very technical minded, I'm not sure how to do an interview and get it up so that it's a split screen on one side, because she's in the States. So I said to her, well, I need time to work out how to learn how to do all that kind of thing. So I said, once I get to 2,000 subscribers, maybe I could do that as an episode. Once I get to 2,000 subscribers, and then perhaps I could purchase some of her patterns and do a giveaway or something like that. So that's that. So what else have I finished? Only one other thing. I finally finished these. So these are the Boxy Rib socks by the Wimwick Mum, and this is the yarn is West Yorkshire Spinners Peacock. So that's just about all the birds I think I've done. Well, no, I never did blue tit, and I didn't do pheasant, but I've done mallard, kingfisher, peacock. There's another one I've done as well. But yeah, and I really like these because I think I prefer rib socks because they just fit a bit more snug. But I want to try and perfect how I make them. I've got a very high instep and quite, you know, not narrow feet, but I just have this high instep. So I think I could try and do it so they fit a little bit better. I'm trying to think, maybe I'll go down a quarter of a size with my needle. I knit on 2.5s at the moment. So maybe I'll just go down a needle size. So that's those. They haven't been worn yet. So that's all that I've got that I've finished. But I was working on this solidly for 3 weeks, and to get it done in under 3 weeks, I couldn't believe it. That's probably the quickest I've ever knit a jumper. So that's that. So what am I working on? I've done one sock. I did a pair of shorties, and these are so soft. I actually, while I was knitting on the other one, and I put the other one on, so I was sitting there knitting with one sock on. It was so funny. My daughter came in, she said, "What are you doing?" I said, "Well, it's so soft." I said, "Do you feel that?" And it is. It's beautiful soft yarn. I'll tell you what it is in a minute. So I was knitting on this, I think, last time. I want to get some sock blockers that you can adjust, because I think these are a bit too small. So yeah. So again, just the same recipe as what I usually use. So it's just top down with a heel flap and gusset. So I've got the other one to do. I've started on the other one. So all I do is I just do the cuff. I think I do 8 rows, and then I start on the heel flap. And the yarn that I was using is, I think I've showed you this before, and that's Amble Wandering Souls, and it's 70% wool, 20% alpaca, 10% nylon, made in Peru. Let's see. And all I've done to the other one is that much. So I've just started on the gusset. I've done the gusset on one side but not the other, have I? No, I haven't started on the gusset. I've just started on the heel. That's all I've got done for that. I'm getting there. So I just don't want to end up with one sock syndrome. So that's that. Now, what else am I doing? So that's that. The other thing I'm working on is another pair of socks. These are Halloween socks, and I thought what I would do is a pair of Halloween socks for my 2 youngest daughters. I say youngest daughters, one's 18, the other's 21. They don't really need Halloween socks, but they do love their socks. And I think this was a free pattern. But it's called Spooktacular and Baptastic, and it's by Fishhead Creations. There's not a picture there. I think it was a picture. And it's off of a chart. It's dead simple. So I'm using Drops Fable. In black and orange. So this orange colour is 119. So that's the orange that I'm using there. I think it said it was electric orange or something. But it's just a nice orange. I was worried. That's about the colour there. I was a little bit worried that it was going to be too bright. And I can. So I've made a start. I'm a bit upset though because I never thought I should have done an orange. It doesn't tell you in the pattern, but I just thought it would look nice with an orange ribbon at the top. But maybe then the orange would have been too close to the pumpkins. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do orange heel and toe. So, but I think. Yeah, okay. But when I said to Iona that I was doing some socks, I said, "Oh, I'm doing some socks." She goes, "Oh, as long as they're not holiday socks. I don't want anything to do with Christmas or Halloween." So I thought, great, I haven't myself then. I thought they were quite cute. Just try. Oh, I can't get it on there because of my needle. Maybe you can see the thing there. So that's them. So I've got 2 pairs of those I want to do before Halloween. So we've got a few weeks. But I'm not going to be lulled into a false sense of security thinking, oh yeah, I've got, because it just goes to show, if I did this in 3 weeks, I can do, you know, 2 pairs of socks in a month, can't I? So, right, so that's that. Pattern back, otherwise I'll show you it. What else have I been knitting on? This is actually good tea. I thoroughly recommend it. So it's Yogi tea, pumpkin chai. It's really nice. Glad I got it now. Right, what else have I been working on? Oh, the Habitation Throw. I've got it out again. I get it out about 3 times a year to have a go on it, but I'm getting back into it again now. Do you know, I started this last November, and this is all I've done. That is all I've done. Isn't that awful? That's all I've done to it. Oh gosh. But I really must make an effort. I want to try at least to get it done by next November. Not this coming November, the following November. But it's so easy. I thought I could perhaps start and... I thought perhaps I could start and... Hey! Shh! Shh! I thought perhaps I could start and knit on it while I'm working. And I think that is... Hey! Shh! Shh! Quiet! And I think this will be the next colour that I put. I don't know if you can see that. It's got these little speckles in. This is by Botanical Yarns, and I picked this up. I bought loads of, I think they're only 20 gram skeins. I don't think they're 25. From their reduced bin. When I was at the Harrogate show last year, and that's coming up again soon, and I don't think I'll be going this year. I think my daughter's going to be away, but I wanted to go to the Glasgow stitching show, and it's run by, is it the Glasgow I don't know. I'll have to look at. I put the details below, but there's it's a knitting, well, a yarn festival in Glasgow, and I think it's run by the college, some college there, textile college. So I want to try and get to that if I can. That's on, I think it's the 14th of October, 14th and 15th of October. Yeah, so anyway, so that's, I want to try and get there if I can. So that's the colour that I thought I would do next. I don't know, I'm hopeless at putting colours together. I really am, absolutely hopeless. And so I just stick my hand in the bag and see what colour comes out. And that is in my Emma Ball bag with these jazz knitters on. Love that bag. I've got another Emma Ball one. Oh, what's there? Have you got my... Oh! He's got my... She's got my ball of wool. She's got my ball... You can't have that. It's all soggy now. Right. Let's see. Right. I'll try and keep tidy as I go along. There's a sock needle there. Right. Excuse me while I tidy up. So, now what? So, yeah, so I was working on the Coran cardigan by, oh, do you know, my mind. You know who does the Creya Bayer, right? Right, so this is the Coran cardigan. You know the one, the one that everybody's done. And I had this yarn, it was reduced from the garden centre. It's 100% wool. I can't remember what make it is now. Could be Wendy, I'm not sure, but it's 100% wool. And in Aran, and I thought, oh, I shall knit the Coran cardigan with it. I thought I had enough, but I don't like it. It's really rough. I think it's too thick. I think it's going to be too warm. And I don't think I've done it big enough. Yeah, so I think what I'm going to do is going to rip it out and start again, because I really want to make it. But this is a size 3, and because she's only done it, I think, with a couple of centimetres, or not very much positive ease. So, and I just don't think, I mean, it probably would go round me okay, but it wouldn't leave much to spare. So, and I know a couple of people have said that, you know, it's quite small. So, it is stretchy. I know you've got to have the button band on there, but I don't think it's going to be big enough. So, and I don't like this yarn. It's horrible. It's like hard and scratchy, and I don't even like the colour. Even the colour made me look washed out. So I'm going to rip it out. And then last Christmas, my daughter, oh gosh, no, that's not it. What am I doing? Last year, my daughter got me, I think it's 5 balls of this in a packet. For the local factory shop. It's only very, very, very cheap acrylic. But I do like the colour, and I thought I would just knit it up in that and just see what it comes out like, and if I really like it, then I can buy some different yarn to do it again in a different colour. So I think what I'm going to do, just so I've got it on the needles, because I want to see how it comes out. I think I'm just going to knit it up in this. I mean, I've got the acrylic, so I might as well just use it. Yeah. I mean, I'm gradually buying wool more often now, but it doesn't like me. I like the wool, but the wool doesn't like me. And I know some people have got a thing about not using acrylic, but you know, sometimes people have got no choice. Yeah, I mean, I'm using wool or wool mixes a bit more often, but I just get so hot in them and find them itchy, and then I can't wear them, and then it's just a waste of time. What is the point of knitting something if you can't wear it? So yeah, so I'm going to do it with that. It's just DK, see how it comes up, and then if it's okay, then I might get like a wool blend or something to knit up in. So that's what I'm going to do. Also, I'll put a photograph up here. Now, it'd be about, I'm trying to think how many years ago. I knitted a jumper for my husband. I think it was in 2021, 2001. Or it could have been 2002, and it was a jumper out of a Rowan magazine book. I think it was book number 30 or 31, and I did it in Rowan tweed DK, and he had it for years and he loved it, and I shrank it in the wash just before we separated. That was nothing to do. I'm sure that wasn't the reason why we separated, but I felt bad about it ever since, and we are still really good friends. We see each other quite. Oh, Ian lives around the corner, so we usually help each other out whenever we need help. We're still really good friends, and I've always felt bad about this jumper. So I said to him, "Look, do you want me to knit you another one?" And he said, "Oh yes, please." So so I managed to find the Rowan magazine that I needed from eBay, so that should be coming in the post soon. I've looked online, and I think I could just about get all the colours that I originally got before. I think that, or they do all the same colours still. So I said to him, "Could you send me a photograph of you in it, see if you can find a photo?" So he managed to take a picture of the photograph, because it was before we had mobile phones and everything, or we had a mobile phone but we didn't really take pictures of it. Yeah, and he sent me this picture through, so I put it up here, and he looks very, very young, and he's got Emily, who's now 19. No, it's actually, no, she's 19 and she would be about 6 months old. No, she was about a year, because the picture is taken when we visited the Isle of Harris, and I think she'd had her first birthday. Oh, so it's not been that long then. It's been 17 years. 17 years, because she's now 18. Yeah. So it'd be about 17 years ago. So yeah, so I thought I would knit him that for Christmas. See how I get on. It's just a really easy knit as well. It's just plain knitting, but the patterns on 2 needles. So, I mean, I suppose I could do it on circulars, just work it out. I might just do it on 2 needles as I did it before. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to starting that, and I love the Rowan tweed. It's really, really nice, and oh, it just, yeah, it's so soft and it smells really nice as well. It smells all woolly. So, so that is what I'm going to do. I'll show you the book and the pattern next time, because hopefully I should have it by then. So that's what I'm going to be doing. What else have I got to show you? Oh, acquisitions. Now, you know I don't like spending money, and I haven't spent much. So while I was down in staying in Buckinghamshire, we went to a town called Stony Stratford, which is another place where my family's from. And there was supposed to be a yarn shop there, so I thought, oh well, you know, it's like you go and have a look, don't you? You want to find these yarn, but it was just a sewing shop, and they had like a dozen balls of wool, acrylic yarn. So but they did have a bargain bucket, so I picked up this. It hasn't got a ball band, so I don't know what it is, and that was £1. I don't know if that would be double knit or fingering. What do you think? Or if anybody recognises this, if they could let me know what you think it might be. But I just thought I can a shawlet up in it, or something, or a scarf. So that was £1, so I got that. Because I don't have hardly any stash, and I really wanted to start and have a bit of, not so much stuff, but oddments, you know, just so that I can knit, so like things like this, you know, if they pop up, or I'll perhaps do something, some scrappy socks and things, or hats and that. So I thought I'd start and keep an eye open for just oddments from the charity shops and that. I was in a charity shop, where did I get this from? I think I was in Berwick-upon-Tweed, in a charity shop, can't remember now. And yeah, and I got this sock yarn. I think I paid 50p for that. So it's Regia sock yarn, and it's really nice and soft. Hand dyed effect by Kafa Facet. Got a colour or anything. So it's 70% wool, 25% polyamide. Oh, so it's 100 grams in there. So yeah, so that, I thought that was a bargain for £1. It's not bad, is it? And then I was in, I think it was Oxfam. Not Oxfam, Salvation Army. I was in the Salvation Army in Berwick, and I got some Drops Alaska. So I've got a ball of Party, 2 balls of, this one's lost its ball band, it did have it. What that is. Oh no, it's a colour, this is their colour part. Oh no, that's stupid woman. Oh my gosh. I am stupid. Oh god, Party is not the colour. That's the dye lot. The colour is 02. I didn't think they had names for their colours, it was just numbers. And that's colour 49. And this is colour 04. So that's sort of like a dark grey. That's sort of like, what you call that, a taupey colour. And then 2 kind of, they're coming out white on there, but they're actually like a cream. So they cost me £2. And then I was in another charity shop in Coldstream, and this is pure wool. They're only oddments, but I think somebody's had them together, so I could probably, I don't know if they could be used for socks or something. I think it's like it's definitely vintage, you can just kind of tell. So that's like a dark green, and you can see, I don't know what I could use them for, but it's pure wool. And of course you can always tell if it's wool or not just by breaking it. Just breaks really easy if it's wool. And then I also got a little ball of 4-ply, 40%. Again, it's vintage. Shh. Oh right, so this was made, shush, shh, shh, shh. So this was made just, it's not that red, it's a darker red than that. Shush! Hey! Shh! Sorry. So this is a vintage wool, just made. I can never say anything. Shush! Shh! Quiet. So it's produced by Jasper Knitting and Trader. I can never. It is in Scotland, but I've never been able to say it. And I think that's where the people that I'm house sitting for, I think that's where they've gone this weekend. I think it's over on the west coast, but I can't pronounce it. Trader. I might have lived in Scotland for 25 years, but I still can't pronounce anything. Okay, so yeah, oh yeah, it says here, I must be blind as well, new Tayside 4-ply. It doesn't look very new now, looking at the ball band. Jasper Knitting Wools from yeah. So it's 25 grams obviously, and it says it is 60% wool, 40% nylon. So I could use those for socks, couldn't I? So that's that. So that's it. So, oh no, forgot. I've got a ball of mohair. Paris mohair in this colour. Greeny jade, would you call it? No, I don't know what colour you'd call it. 81% mohair, 11% wool, 8% nylon, 100 metres. So I've never knitted with mohair. You know when you knit it with something else. Like, how far does mohair go? Does it go a lot further? So say if you needed, I don't know, 6 balls of some kind of fingering weight yarn, and then you put this with it, would you also need 6 balls of this, or would you need a lot less? Could somebody tell me? Because I don't know. What could I use this for? I've got another ball of 100 grams worth of mohair. So if anybody knows of any patterns where I could use this just to test it out, because I've never knitted with mohair before, sort of like double stranded. I've got another ball of this in a different colour, which I got somewhere else. It's a different brand. Because I'd like to have a go, just seeing how it knits up, or if I like it or not. Yeah, I think it'd be too itchy. I remember years ago I had a jumper. It was a machine knit jumper, and that had mohair in it, and I never ever wore it. It's such a shame, because it was like a Fair Isle jumper, and I really liked it, but it had this mohair in it, and I could never ever wear it. I was just so itchy. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind having a go just to see how I got on with it. I'm rambling now. Anyway, I think that's about it. I don't have anything else to show you at all. Oh, there is one thing. It fell on the floor earlier. It's this book, which I got from the library. Knitting Yarns, Writers on Knitting. And it's really good. I've only read a couple of stories out of it so far. But yeah, don't forget your local library, because I also picked up a couple of pattern books. I didn't bring them with me because obviously I'm staying here. I picked up a couple of pattern books with some great shawls and everything in. I don't know if I should get around to doing them, because my list for things that I want to knit is getting longer. But yeah, so go to your local library. There's books in there all to do with knitting, how to knit, tips on knitting, patterns. And then I found this and I thought, oh, this looks really good. So there's one good thing there's one that I read. I've read The Pretend Knitter by Elizabeth Berg and The Perfect Gift by Lang Samantha Chang. And there's all these great sort of like little stories in here to do with knitting and why people knit, and the benefits of it, and it's great. There's loads and loads of stories in it, and they're the sort of one, like, whenever I try to read a book before I go to bed, I literally read half a page and then I'm so tired I fall asleep. And these little stories are like, you know, just 3 or 4 pages, some of them. So they're easy to read if you're tired just before you turn the light off. But I thoroughly recommend that. It's really good. See if you can find it in your library, or it might be on Amazon or something. But yeah, but it's called Knitting Yarns, and it's edited by Anne Hood. It's really good. So next time I see you, it will probably, I may have been to the Glasgow Yarn Festival. I hope I get there. It's not guaranteed. I've got another sit coming up. We're off to, this time next week, we should be in Stratford-upon-Avon. So me and my daughter are going down to Stratford-upon-Avon to do a sit. It's only for 4 nights, I think. So I think we'll have 2 full days in Stratford-upon-Avon. She's always wanted to go there. I've been a few times when I was younger. I haven't been for years and years. So it'd be really nice to go again. We're going to be sitting for a Labrador in a little cottage in Stratford-upon-Avon, so that'd be good. Really looking forward to that, although I don't know which way I'm going to drive down there. If I'm driving north to south, I usually like to use the A1. If the A1 doesn't go there, I don't go there. Yeah, I'm not sure which way I'll go yet. There's so much works traffic at the moment. They're doing roadworks on the A1. It's a nightmare, and trying to get through past Newcastle sometimes, it's just horrible. So you have to leave hours before you need to get there, just to make sure you get there on time. And of course, when you're house sitting, you have to be there on time, because obviously they're going to want to leave so they can get to where they're going. So really looking forward to that. And then after that, I can't remember where I'm going, but yeah, so I'm going to see if there's some good yarn, if anybody knows of some good yarn shops actually in Stratford-upon-Avon. If you could let me know, that would be brilliant. And yeah, and as I said before, if you'd like this, I've now rattled on a bit. I've had a bit of dog barking. Try and edit that out if I can. I put some footage in at the end of my walk this morning. Yeah, it was really nice. The tide was out, so it don't look as great as what it could have done. And the tide was in coming back, but I was too knackered to bother to do it then. So yeah. But thank you for joining me. It's been great. I really